Hi. Yeah, I got my shades on because I was fixing to go out for a walk, but I'm clear upstairs and I don't know. I just thought I'd go ahead and turn it on. Today is August 11th, and my name is Mary Lou, in case you don't know me. Um, it's a nice, cool day out there. I hope my legs are weak today. Um, they really are. However, I need to get out there and at least walk a little bit, around the neighborhood. I just need to strengthen my legs more and more every day. Going without exercising and being sick for that month and stuff. It's not the exercising, but going without walking, without being mobile because I sat around, laid around, didn't feel good, didn't take care of myself right. Bad. Anyway, I am trying to do better, but it isn't an easy task when your whole life is messed up with it, not eating right. I was more into just not eating. And it's not funny. But it does come back to call. You should take care of yourself. Because I can testify. I think I'm weak. And I need to get over that. So, today is Sunday. And we were going to go to the zoo, but I wasn't really quite aware. I knew she was planning on going to the zoo. But I thought a lot of other people were going to go. And then my legs are weak. So it sounded like I gave excuses, because I would like to go to the zoo. I would like to be strong, but I think I need to take it a little bit at a time again. A couple of years ago, I was at my daughter's house on a vacation. Well, I'm going to call it a vacation. I was there to see my family, but they did really good about trying to take me out to see things and do things. We went over to New York City, and we took a ferry, and I don't know if it's a ferry. We took a boat. A bunch of people, okay? They gave tours, or I don't know if it's really tours, but they took you out on the river, the one that goes by the Statue of Liberty. So we saw all that. I'm just not sure exactly the place, okay? And I wouldn't necessarily call it New York City. I think what we were looking at was probably over there where, I don't know. Okay? But we did go down by the ships, and we went on a ship and looked at a lot of stuff. And then one day we went to an aquarium. It was really nice. But anyway, we also we went to their company party. I think it was a company party, or maybe it was something to do with high school. I really don't know. All I know is this is a place with a lot of rides and different things, and you walk around a lot. And anyway, I wasn't feeling perfect, so my daughter and her friend got me a scooter, so I rode that around, which was really nice to have because, yeah, my legs were weaker then, I think, than they are now, but these days they're seeming a little bit on the weak side, so I need to get out there and walk. I had mentioned that I needed to do some work. Well, I do. I got some work I need to do, but I always put things off. There's always something better to do than what you're supposed to do. I mean, that's how I've always been, okay? Not really great with self-discipline. I guess I can pull these off so you can see my eyeballs, because I tend to stick around. um, I got my earbuds in, and they make it where I can't hear, and I probably speak too loud, actually. Maybe that's a good thing, because I don't usually speak loud enough. Um, anyway, I do. I need to get back to some scriptures, huh? I know. There will be those who are interested in them, so I just have to kind of diversify. I should really do some reading. But you know what else? I told you guys, if you went over all my videos, you've been told, but probably haven't. There's a book series is called The Kingdom and the Crown. And I will always forget the sequence on how it goes because I figured out I was wrong. Anyway, this series is called The Kingdom and the Crown, and it is about Jesus Christ, okay? Let me take these off too. Hold on. Okay. It's about Jesus. And it's such a good, I listened to it, okay? I listened to it on a CD. So that's something that I could do when I'm driving across country. That's what I need to do. But I don't think my car has that. I don't think I have CD in there. I know that you can get another CD and plug her all in and have it work. I did that before. But it's in Colorado, along with everything else, you know. When I left Colorado, I left with a couple suitcases, and I didn't know I wasn't going back. So I've just been added upon as I've been gone. But I keep remembering all these things that I have back there. Anyway, what was I talking about before I got distracted? Oh, my earbuds. These things make it to where you can't really hear, and then you talk too loud. So when you talk too low, like I normally do, this is a good little motivation. I've been listening to Dog Star this morning in my earbuds because my speakers are really not that great. Okay, I'm using an iPad. My iPad is much better than my phone. This is my phone that I'm recording on. So the point is the speakers are not very good, so I don't get to hear the music very good. So I put this in my ear, and as long as it doesn't shut down, then I have it. But right now I'm not listening. I do like their music quite a bit. The music of that last album, okay, I have to go back and do some research to decide if I like the other. I don't know if I do. You know, everybody's got different taste. I just related. I related really well to that music. I think I need some water. And it's hot in here. So, I heard it was low out there, so I need to go out there and take a little stroll, and you guys can go with me, but I'm not going to go far. I do like going in the trees and stuff, but boy, if it's humid outside, no. And today would have been a great day to go to the zoo. I feel bad, but I was telling the truth. I really didn't know I was going because I figured if the whole family was going, I didn't need to go, and I had work I could do. And it is true about my legs. And I'm serious about wanting a staff. Do you know what a staff is? You know, it's like a cane, except for it goes way up. It's like a wizard's staff, okay? And it's got a jewel on the top and all that. Well, I don't necessarily need the jewel, but hey, wouldn't that be kick? But I'll take the staff because then I can grab onto it with my hand and help me. Boy, we went looking at trolls yesterday. Evidently, a lot of other people are doing it too. Up through the Seattle area, there's like 6 of them, I guess. Maybe I'm misspeaking, but we saw 2 of them, and we took pictures. Now, I need to get pictures from Nancy, and she has sent me a couple, so I'll have to put that in my community. I never did do the other with my truck, I don't think. Maybe I did it before. It was about an hour's drive from Nancy's up through where we went, and then we went here and saw a troll and took pictures, and then we walked some. Okay, so I got my walk in yesterday, and I did not take my phone with me like a nut. I could have been taking pictures, and I mean, I had my phone, but I put it in the car because I didn't want to carry my purse around. So I need a little phone carrier. And I know they have them. I just got to figure out the best one and get it. You know? I don't know that I want to have it hanging off of my neck. But, so what's the point in all this? I was saying I should get back to reading. And I haven't really got total choices done. I know what I was doing last. I was telling you guys about the Book of Mormon, and I was telling you in the very beginning, I was trying to find what Lehi said about being raised of goodly parents, and then of the language that he's using. He was taught in all the ways of his father, and I'm paraphrasing, okay, but also in the learning of the Egyptians. That's what I'm thinking he said. So when he's writing, you take that into account, what he's using. So I went looking for it, and I didn't find it. And then what would have to happen is I'd have to read some to find it. Not a lot. But I did, actually, so I'm telling a fib. I did go and find it. It's just I didn't find it and read it to you guys. So, the point is, instead of just walking, I should have several different things I do. And I had a friend suggest also that maybe I should say a prayer every day. I hadn't thought about that, you know? So I am just sharing. And some of us, you know, like I said before, there was a time when I didn't feel worthy to pray, okay? But that was also with my upbringing, because I was doing that which I knew I ought not do, I guess. You know, we have to go out there and find our way. Then I just, I read a post that Keanu Reeves made. And it was talking about just because we've made mistakes, we shouldn't have to pay for those mistakes the rest of our lives. And that's the truth. So then I responded to that. I had to. That's what got me all in trouble. Things that make me respond. Because it is true. We are here to learn. And you can't learn without making mistakes. And so that is where that baptism comes in so nice, is that, you know, we can be forgiven of our sins. You have to really feel bad about it. You have to know you did something wrong. This is the 4 steps to repentance, okay? Realizing you did something wrong. Feeling remorse over what you did wrong. Trying to correct it if you can. And ask, let's see, that's part of it, you know, but I know there's 4 steps, and I got that a little confused, because the last one is to never do it again. Or maybe it's not. So you got to realize you did something wrong. You got to feel bad about it. Then you do need to try to make it right if you can. But you need to ask for forgiveness. Now, it is my opinion. I mean, if you can, and if you think it's worth doing or whatever, you can go to the person that you had the problem with. If that was one of the things. I mean, there's sins that maybe don't have to do with people. Or maybe they just have to do with what you do to yourself. You know? Because you are a child of God. And within you, the Spirit of God dwells. Being His child. I know that one's a hard one to fathom. So I get carried away on a little spill, and then I forget what I'm doing. Just pick up the little pieces and hold on to them. But it is true. You're a child of God. That's what it was. And how the Spirit of God dwells within us. And, you know, that leads me to the Holy Ghost, because the Holy Ghost is the Spirit of God. So, but being children of God, you got His Spirit too, you know, just like in a lineage type of thing. Interesting. I was just following a path. I'm good at that. Getting off the path, I'm good at that too. And the tree of life, okay? I'm not sure if that's in the Bible. I mean, it has to be because all you people are into the tree of life. But in the Book of Mormon, there's the tree of life. And there's a vision in a dream. Lehi had a dream wherein tree of life was there. There were several components of this dream, okay? Because it had meaning. But what I'm going to tell you the basic parts of the dream, because I don't have this in my head where I can just spill it out. But there's a straight and narrow path. Okay, so we'll say like a sidewalk. And on the side of that sidewalk is a railing, like an iron rod. An iron rod. Now, these are important components, okay? The straight and narrow, the iron rod. Then over across the river on the left is this huge, spacious building. Might have been darkness too. So there's more darkness elsewhere. So we'll just say huge and spacious building, full of people, okay? Full of partying type people going on. And there's all these other people that are walking along this straight and narrow path, holding on to the rod. But these people over in the spacious building are making fun of them, okay? But they're holding on to the rod and they're continuing on down the road. Well, off in the distance, before you get there, you got all this darkness you got to go through. Okay, like a real thick fog where you can't see. And you're holding on to the rod. Okay? You keep on going and you keep on going. And then past that darkness is this humongous, beautiful tree. And I'm sure they didn't use the word humongous, that's my word. The tree of life was there. And the fruit was beyond compare. And I'm rhyming. But true, it said the fruit was beyond compare. And I think the brightness of it too. Okay, so I'm going to throw a few meanings out there. That's the Word of God, that fruit. That's the Word of God. That is our purpose, what our life's all about, and getting to that delicious fruit, okay, that is beyond compare. In order to get to that delicious fruit, you've got to go through the darkness. You've got to go through trials and tribulations and people making fun of you for making your choices. But you walk along the straight and narrow path, holding on to that iron rod. The iron rod is the Word of God. It will safely get you through. Now that's a song. I don't know if I can remember all the words, and I think I might have sang it to you guys before. But, so, the people in the great and spacious building making fun of you, they're lost. They are lost. Now, they could just be, maybe they've already confined themselves to their destiny by their actions. I don't really know. I'll have to go and read that. Maybe that would be a good one to read. Okay, so I need to get back to my points. Okay, so somewhere in the Bible it talks about the straight and narrow path. Straight is the way and narrow is the path that leads to your salvation. And wide is the path. And easy to go. I mean, it's not what it's saying, but I don't know its exact words. But the point is, these people over in that spacious building are lost, okay? They've gone astray. Then there's those who are trying to stay on the straight and narrow path so that they can get to God, to that fruit, to the secret of life. So, some of you will pick up all that stuff. Some of you already know all that stuff. So I wonder about the tree of life, because the tree of life is all in all kinds of jewelry. And I don't think that they're talking about the Book of Mormon. I mean, because so many people are against the Book of Mormon. But maybe not anymore. I mean, there's 17 million members of the church. Members of the church have to be, as far as I know anyway, they have to be 8 years old or more, because you can't get baptized until you're 8. You can become a member of record, I guess, when you're born. If you're born, I'll start to say under the covenant, but that might not be the right words either. Those who are sealed in the temple, those who are married and sealed, married or sealed in the temple, they're sealed for time and all eternity. And their children who have not been born yet automatically are. They're members of the covenant. You know, I'm not saying my words right, but the covenant is what was made in the temple, and the children brought in brought in under that covenant are children of the covenant. So that must be how you say it. In other words, me and my brother, we went to the temple with Mom and Dad when they were sealed. And so we were sealed to them. But then the rest of the children that came along were automatically sealed. Children of the covenant. So that would be Teresa, then Nancy, and me and Nathan. So I wonder if Mom and Dad had Austin sealed to them. Surely they did. They were into temple work big time. I don't know if they did. That's a question to ask Dad. But anyway, the covenant. You know, that makes me also wonder, because we have a covenant that we make in the temple. Then there's a bigger thing to look at, is Abraham. The covenant that God made with Abraham. All the seeds of Abraham, all the seed of Abraham will bless this whole world. The world will be blessed through the seed of Abraham. And that is also children of the covenant. So it makes you wonder. Maybe the covenant is that if we do our part, we will live forever, eternally with God. You know, there's everlasting life, and then there's eternal life. And little did I know that once upon a time, little did I know that I would be telling you what my dad told me. Because I always thought eternal life meant living forever. Well, it probably means living forever, but it needs a little bit more to go with it. Living life like God has, where your seed, you can always have children. Your seed will never end. And all that goes with that is what I would think. So anyway, I don't know. I do know that I started this by I was going to go out and walk, so I probably should ought to do that. And then I got off talking. So many things to get distracted from. Okay, so I do have work to do. And part of it is you, okay? So we're going to go and maybe take a walk. And I'm not sure if the kids went with Nancy or not. So I'm going to put my glasses back on so I can put the shades on so I can go break my neck going down the stairs. I don't mean that. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay, let's see. Turn this one off. Do 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 do. I've got to do better about taking my pills. I'm not really good at that. And then I also have to drink my water. I think I'll take this downstairs. I should fill it up. You know what I did? Okay, let me tell you. This is part of my videos anyway, is sharing what I learned, what I did. And I don't know, maybe you guys can tell me if I'm doing good or not. But we want an alkaline body, and we want, because cancer can't live in alkaline, okay? So I definitely want an alkaline body. I've got to do something about that. And I'm so glad they saw improvement. So what's my point? Oh, I'll go ahead and show it to you. I got some alkaline water. It's supposed to be alkaline to 9.5. But what I'm understanding is that we want our body around 7.4 or something like that. Something like that. Don't ever take what I say to total fact. Some of it you could. Anyway, so here's great value. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, it's great value, alkaline to 9.5. And yes, I'm not really into buying water, but I guess I have to figure out a way to do that. So I don't know why they do it 9.5. It's probably because things change once it gets inside us, you know. And I need to put that in my cup. So the point is, with this medicine that I'm doing, these treatments and stuff, I'm supposed to drink 64 ounces of fluid a day. Any kind of fluid. But I'm not good at that. So, I imagine that one of the big things that's wrong with us people is dehydration. I have to find out about electrolytes. But I need stuff that's not going to be sweet because the sweetness bothers me. And I have a feeling it has to do with I don't know. Oh, okay. Nancy's child Melissa said that if you put a little bit of salt in with your water, it'll absorb better. So, I mean, we be drinking water thinking we're doing good, and then sometimes it's just going right through us and we're not retaining it. So we're still dehydrated. And then we do things that take the water out of us and make us dehydrated. So this is hydrate alkaline water, 9.5 pH or higher. Purified water with electrolytes, cool beans. So there's electrolytes in here. It says electrolytes for taste. But see, what my sister is saying that I need, you can do these fasting things, but you need your electrolytes. That's what Teresa is saying. And I need all the help I can get, but I've taken some of these electrolyte powder drinks that she had some for I could try them, and they bothered my head because they had a sweetness to them. I'm going to get this other bottle of water. So I have purchased alkaline water because hopefully they're doing it correctly, and it's the easiest way for me to get it in my system, okay? Try to put that up like that, so I'm talking to myself there so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I ordered some stuff from Walmart. I don't know if you guys have tried the order and pick it up. Pretty cool. They do the shopping for you. For the most part, is pretty cool. All right, so here's a bigger bottle. So the reason for that is I ordered me some water, and they didn't have the size. They didn't have this size that I showed you. They had this size. So they You know, sometimes they have to replace it with something else because they don't have what you want. So that's what they did. They gave me some of these bigger bottles. And I think I probably got at least what I ordered. And what am I trying to say? When they replaced it, but they did me better. So that's a real good thing. But I don't know if you've tried that, you know, ordering online and going and picking it up. That's pretty cool. Most of the time, I worry about, you know, the young person who is picking out your fruit, and if they know how to pick it up, or do they just pick up whatever's there, you know. But my orders have been good. I can't complain. Um, I haven't done it very much, but I did one the other day. So, brought it to mind. Okay, so I've got my water in here. Now, where's the other stuff? I don't know what I did with it. I've got some stuff you squirt into your bottle. You squirt into your water and have it taste good. And it hasn't been bad because it's made with stevia. Do you guys know about stevia? I want to find out if I got my squirter in here. Gee whiz. I'm going to look real quick. Nope. I don't know where I put it. Maybe it fell off the table. So far away. All right, there's something to be said for water too, I guess. So far, I found that I don't really like. It's not really a good endorsement. I don't really like the taste of this hydrating water. This alkaline. It's the alkaline, I think, but it's hydrating too. So one or the other. I just don't know what I did with my squishy. So I was going to show it to you. Ah, there it is. Yay. It did fall off the table. Okay? So I'll show you here. I can't remember what the cost was. It might have been like, it was two something. Okay. But it was a better price than the other ones. And the sugar, the sweetener, it's not sugar, is stevia. Wonderful. Because people with diabetes, you can have, okay, this is Mary Lou talking. It might not be true, but you can have other sweeteners as long as it's not sugar. But then other people will say, no, as long as it's a sweetener, it's a sweetener, it's a sweetener. Well, this stuff didn't make me sick, okay? So that part is a good thing. Because when I try sweeteners, I can't handle it. And I spent $30 buying a powder drink, a meal replacement thing that was high protein. And it was whey, W-H-E-Y. But that stuff was so sweet. And it had no sugar in it. But it was so sweet it made me sick. So, wondering what the directions are. But I think you just squirt it till it tastes good. And I just put one long squirt in it. And then stir it up. It gives it enough of a flavor that you can handle it. All right, so now I need to get this phone and go downstairs. We're already, oh wow. It was 34.33, okay? And then it was 34.34. Where's this buddy? Because I like 33s. Turning into 34s. You want to know the weird reason for that? It's too long a story. You know, I'm into Jesus, okay. And then Jesus died. See, this is what I figured out. But then now I'm not really quite sure. But Jesus died the morning of his 34th birthday. Okay? He lived 33 complete years. Now, I've read since then, so I'm not sure if I'm correct. That it might have been a little bit further than the first day, but I figured it out by comparing things. I'm trying to go down these stairs without breaking my neck. So I got things in my hands. Okay, I'll go a little faster here. I'm going down sideways so that my foot doesn't grab the stairs. In other words, I have tennis shoes on. They got rubber. I almost grabbed the carpet. I wondered if the kids were here. Okay, they are. Nevertheless, okay, I'm downstairs. I have some of my water, and then I'm going to go for a small walk. So I can say that I walked. The other thing I don't like about it, some of these things that are zero sugars, they dry your mouth out. And that's what I was talking about, hydrating. So, the one person had said if you put a little bit of salt in your water, and I would think sea salt. From what I've been hearing lately, we really don't want salt, regular salt. But my water is the hydrating water. All right. I'm going to go out for just a short little walk. I'll be back soon.
Okay.
Okay? I'm just going to walk in the neighborhood. Here. Let's see. You probably can't see me anyway. I've got my Hogwarts t-shirt on and jeans. I'm sporting an attire. You people are so funny. You know, the ones that are riding because they're seeing stars out. Are the stars out tonight? That wasn't the kind I was talking about. Now the wind's gonna have my hair. I don't know if it's cloudy or bright. I only have eyes for you, dear. Da-da-dum, da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum. Strolling through the neighborhood. I do know it a little bit better, not much, but I know that Boff Street goes up and down along this one road, and so sooner or later you'll walk to it. Maybe I'll just walk one road over and come around. Da da dum, da da dee. Look at the grass. They charge too much for the water, I guess. So people don't water their grass. But some people do a little bit, and they got the water on right now, and they shouldn't. Okay, I used to live in Utah when I was first married, and I got my first house, and we grew our grass. Because we went in there and ordered, basically, you go into a neighborhood like this, when it's just beginning, okay? And then they have several different houses for you to order from or to pick from. So then you plant your own grass. That's the point I was getting at, I guess. And then also this one year in Utah, they rationed the water. I don't know what year. But you could not water your grass, but only so many times a week. You could not do a lot of things. You had to watch out for the showers. You had to watch out for the water that you used. Do. Silver nail. This is the next street over, and someone's been playing with their chalk. I'm going to let you see their artwork. All right, so anyway, we're going down Silverdale. It's the next street over. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Do. Oh, and hopscotch, I remember. I'll show you their little artwork. So it's upside down. So I'll have to go this way. Do. See, they drew clouds and rainbows. Now see, I'm not strong enough today to even jump the hopscotch. And they even wrote hopscotch. I think that's so sweet. Okay. Another cloud with rainbows, or a rainbow with clouds. Sweet. Do. Da. I only have eyes for you, dear. That's a strange tree. Looking at the leaves. It's like a fern tree. That's exactly what it looks like to me. A lot of little ferns hanging off of it, these branches. I like it. Strange isn't always bad. Do. Okay, so there's two short ones. Well, that's unusual. Okay, remember I was telling you before, there's mostly these double-story houses, and they're humongous. They're not your normal sizes of double. These houses are big, but I don't know if you can actually tell that. So there's a house there, and then over here is a single one-story, and then there's another one-story right next to it. And then they've got room in between the houses. You know, I was telling you guys the other day about Pennsylvania. Their houses are all put together. You share walls. You do not share, I mean, I think they're supposed to have a double thick wall in between the two. Or it wouldn't be the two, it would be all of them, because there'll be a row of houses, okay? And they're considered houses. But they're attached to somebody else's house. I guess that's kind of like a townhouse. Anyway, there's a palm tree. Isn't that a palm tree? I know I make stupid statements, don't I? But that looks like a palm tree to me. Wonder how many years it takes to be humongous. And see, then they're right close to the sidewalk. Oh, these guys have got some good green grass going on. Da-da-da. Do. Do. I'm gonna go to the street because there's a truck in the way up here. Nice big houses. Big open floor plan. Just wonder how many more rooms they could get in the house if it wasn't open. Like a boarding house. Yeah, like a boarding house, that would be the thing. Do. From you, dear. La-da-dum. Da-da-dum. Okay. another big huge house, then a little house, and then another huge house. Gives it texture, right? What was I gonna tell you about? Dum da dee, da da da. Well, this is the road my sister lives on, but guess what? She's not home. I didn't think about that, but I do know the address. I just didn't want to walk too far, but I need to do better. I was going to say I need to make myself angry so that I really truck along, but then I would hurt myself. I just know that when I'm angry, then it puts a whole, definitely motivated, okay? Motivated to get something done because you got all this energy flowing through you. When I get done with this walk, I need to go up and work on a deed, but at least I have a template and one from the place where I'm actually sending it, so it's gonna work. You know, I don't have to guess at it. Oh, you cute little kitty, kitty, kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. Get that cat out. Yes, I know. I shouldn't be talking to the kitty kitties. Do do do. Do do do. Okay, now I've passed her house. I think I will go around one more time. Or maybe I'll just go back the other way and go around one more time. Does that make any sense? It does to me. So that's all that counts, right? Okay, look up there. So that's green because that's the woods, okay? These houses are humongous. I know I keep saying that. So picture that green woods as a ocean wave fixing to swallow up this whole neighborhood. Well, that was a weird thing to think about, wasn't it? Yeah, tsunamis. Now, we're not that close to the coast, but we are. I don't know how far away we are, actually. Because I forget where we are. And we are... Well, we're in a little place called Orting, which is close to Tacoma, about 30 minutes from Tacoma, and an hour from Seattle. And that's the ocean over there. I think yesterday we were over close. I don't know if that was the ocean, but we were out on the water. I didn't have my camera, or I would have shown you guys, but we were... Nancy has it. I told her, you guys are gonna have to share your pictures with me. Anyway, so she did videotape out there. Like I said, I've got to create it. That's the thing. I got to create something that I need, that the world needs, and then make it. And it has to be simple. It has to be simple, and something people will want to have and will be glad to pay for your efforts. In other words, part of my effort is going out and finding good material. Huh. Oh, this is the end of her street. Okay. I'm going, what happened here? Okay, so I'm just going to walk this way a little bit. So far away. You see the trees. And they're right down on the level of the house, meaning they're really tall. I don't know how old they are. Do, do, do. I'm sure this is the same style as my sister's. Except for she's got she's got the brick going up above the garage. So far away. Alright, so down here is the road, or the path that leads to the woods, to the river. But I'm not going to go down there today. Do, do, do. Yeah. I do have dogs start playing in my head because I've been listening to them. Right now my voice isn't wanting to do too good. I just need to have some soothing, something or other. Something or other. I'm just walking. I go walking during the daytime in the neighborhood. I don't know, get a little nervous walking by myself in different neighborhoods. I'm gonna turn around and go back the other way. Yeah, I've got one of their songs playing. Things that I do don't work for you. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. You know what? Those people have done and heard what I said, because those vines are missing. Very little bit is left over here. That's cool. That way it won't grab you. So you can still have the berries. Very good people. See, this fence provides some nice shade on sunny days. But I didn't want to get grabbed by the vine. The blackberry vines will grab you. They've got thorns, but they've got hook thorns. They say, hey, come here. I want to talk to you for a minute. Do. So that's how the story goes. Or maybe the story ends and a new one begins. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to probably say that I've done my walking for today. All right, I'll show you the houses. No, they got pretty flowers. So I don't know, I need to look that up. Because Nancy's got some rose bushes. I think if we trimmed them up, they would grow some more roses. And they were beautiful. So beautiful. Do, 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 do. Don't work for you. It's all that I can do. No, see, I'm adding words now. But it is true, you need to be yourself. You can't live in the shadow of somebody else. You have to have an identity. And that identity doesn't mean that the two people are one necessarily. Not that you give up. I mean, what I'm trying to say is don't give up yourself. Don't give up yourself in the quest for happiness. I'm going to go down to the end of the street and then come back. See, I can be flexible. Other people cannot. But then again, you know, my middle name was Flexible. And I know that that was not the case for everybody else. Because I remember there was a time when, you know, it's like a doctor's office. As the day goes on and you've given more time to one and then more time to another, then you've lost time that you promised for somebody else. So you gotta be careful. Wonder how far I've gone. I can't see it. 56 minutes. Okay. I'm just going to do what I said. I'm just going to turn around and go back to her house. And then I believe I will make me a smoothie. I had a couple boiled eggs earlier. And I don't know if I mentioned that, but I need to start keeping track of what I'm eating. I mean, the types of, there's so many different cancer-fighting foods. But that's what I need to concentrate on eating, okay? So today I had 2 boiled eggs. They're really good at fighting cancer. And then that's all I've had to eat. I have had my pills. I guess that's eating. And then I'm going to make that smoothie, which is going to be really good for me. And I need to order some more of that Slim Fast. I think the Slim Fast was a good thing. I know she was telling me I didn't need any sugar. You know, Slim Fast has too much sugar. That's what my naturopath said. So what I did was I got the Slim Fast anyway, and then I would take a half a scoop. Because, at least I was getting, because in the Slim Fast there is vitamins and minerals, okay? Vitamins and minerals. Oh, my back. And then, I guess sugar. But it also has something that helps you not be hungry. And in my case, that's a good thing. Because when I'm hungry, I'm sick. So if I can get vitamins and minerals and not be as hungry, hello, baby. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Came over to see me anyway. Are you following me? No, you still didn't. Okay. So I'll just carry you with me as I get my stuff for my smoothie, okay? There are components, and then you can have them just put in the same place for your smoothie. And then see, I should have 2 smoothies a day. When you add vegetables and fruit. I'm using a Ninja. Hello, little Bubba's. There's the little Zuzi. See the little doggy with his tail wagging? That's the guy that forgot he was my friend and bit me. He bit me over a toy. This was way back last year or so when he was with Dad. He was laying on the couch next to me. You know, laying there next to me, being my friend. They put a toy in between me and him. And I went to get his toy, and he bit me. I couldn't believe that. A little turkey lurkey. Okay, I will forget that. You know, when you come into the room where you do some smoking, then when you come into that room, you remember that. Oh, I'm gonna get some spinach to put in my smoothie. So there's the spinach, and I've had it for a little while, so that part's not good. And then I got avocados and tomatoes. I have some more cheese. Oh, I believe that cheese is good for you, okay? I am supposed to get away from dairy. So then again, get away from dairy, leaves the door open for you to have a little bit. Okay, what have I got? I got a spinach. And then I'm gonna get the berries. And the flaxseed, we need flaxseed. Okay. Oh my, and there's my thing. I can't even make a smoothie because I already got one. Ah, doggone it. Okay, well, just get that out. And then put my spinach back up. Because what I'm gonna have to do is let my smoothie thaw out. All right, I'm gonna just put that right there. All right, doggone it, I was ready for a smoothie. And this one, I'll be ready for this one too. But what it is it's already made. When we left yesterday to go on that outing, I wasn't knowing I was going on the outing. I mean, trying to let these guys have family time, you know. And so what's the point of me saying that? Oh, my smoothie. Let's see, can you see it? I don't know if you can see in there. You probably can't see in there very well, but it's purple. It's purple because of the blueberries. Hopefully I share a lot of good things with you people that you can glean from. See, the way I did that is I left my smoothie in my cup that you make the smoothie in. See the twist at the top? You twist the blade in there, and then you turn it upside down. But what I do need to do, I'd like to get one that has a little bit bigger cup. Give my brother credit, okay? My brother. Take these out. Before I ever left home, he sent me a Ninja, but he sent me one that has 16-ounce cups, okay? It had 2 cups, but you find that you want one bigger, okay? So then he got one and sent it to Dad, and that one is a 20-ounce. I almost thought it was a 24-ounce, but by the time you're done, it's a 20-ounce because you can't only fill it up so high. And so myself, I want a 32-ounce. Now, the reason for that is because I need a lot of different things in my smoothie, and I want to add vegetables. I want to add, well, first of all, cucumber is really good, and it tastes fresh. And then there's avocado, makes it real creamy, and it's really good for you. So it's good to have avocado. And then celery. I've had celery in a smoothie. It tasted really good. So those you can do raw, okay? But certain ones they need to be cooked before you put them in your smoothie. I couldn't understand that when my naturopath said to steam your vegetables and then put it in. I didn't understand that, and I just went ahead and got frozen vegetables and just stuck them in there. Well, even those need to be steamed because they're just raw. It's not the same, okay? So, but kale and spinach and bok choy and all kinds of stuff like that, you can just put in there raw. Maybe that's what you're supposed to put in there. No, bok choy is a good one. But I know from the celery that it tastes really good. And apple. I hadn't used apple because I was doing just a berry, okay? My naturopath said dark blue berries, or the dark berries, and that's, I think, blue. So I was just listening to something earlier today, and he said blueberries and blackberries. Now see, strawberries do not affect your glycemic, whatever that is, levels. Doesn't mess with your blood sugar, the strawberries, so you can use those too. But that's what I was using. I was using blueberries and strawberries. And I wasn't sure if the strawberries would be okay. But it was. I found out afterwards and recently and all that stuff. So anyway, I'm going to just let my smoothie sit there. It had thawed. I was doing something and it had thawed all the way to where it was just running. And it just wasn't that good. So I'll let that thaw a little bit and eat that. And I do need to count on getting, so the apple was really good. Now I did peel it. And I guess really shouldn't peel it. Nancy was saying that a lot of your vitamins and nutrients are right there in the skin. So I need to look at that and be mindful. Because I am, are you wanting to go outside, honey? Okay. I am being, let me get that too. There you go. I'm going to go out here with you. We're out in the backyard. You want to go potty? Okay. That is interesting, though. They cut their vines. So they must have heard me. And I don't know if they cut their vines or just pulled them in. They pulled them in through the fence. Do, 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 do. All right, so are those dandelions? I need to look up dandelions because they're good for you. I think that's dandelions. It is. So, I'm going to have to look up that. How do you make dandelion tea? I have bought it before. In fact, I need to go buy it again. It's good for you. And I'm going to show you something else. Look down here. Now look at the leaf. I'm thinking they call that, I don't know what they call it, some kind of lettuce, devil's lettuce. Anyway, what it is medicine. There's a way, it tells you online, there's a way to make that medicine. And I think they called it, it's like nature's heroin, okay? So you people out there that's got major pain, you might want to check into that. And this yard is full. My. And I think if you just clip off the stuff on the top, it'll keep growing. I don't know. See, all the way down there. That's great. That's really great. And you know what else? I'm gonna do it. I used to do this as a child, okay? Pick up the dandelion, this thing here. Can you see it? Maybe it has something to do with wishes, I don't know. But it's part of the same plant, okay? The yellow flowers, I think, is a dandelion. And then I've also heard them, go look it up on Amazon, dandelion, chicory root, and something else, tea. You know, it's probably dandelion root, I don't know. But it's good for you. And these are the little cucumber plants. There's a cucumber down here growing. I don't know if you can see it. And there's one over there in a big old circle. Oh, okay, so she's left them here. And then here's the other one. There was 3 here. So when that gets ripe enough, then we'll share that. Nancy can have half and I'll have half. I love cucumber in my smoothie. So far, I love cucumber and I love the spinach is good because it disappears. And then, so celery, cucumber, spinach, and the cucumber was really good Maybe I'm trying to say the celery was really good with the apple. The apple just gave it such a nice flavor. So anyway, I'm going to come and go in the house here. I'm going to let him stay out. He'll be barking at the door if he wants to come in. Okay. In one of those songs, I think it was a song, it was not one that I sing. What is it? The future is so bright, I'm gonna have to wear shades. So won't that be cool? I think it will. I've gone past an hour. Okay. So, I'm not positive what I'll find to read. I was telling you, I started to tell you 2 things or something. The Work and the Glory, that's another series by the same man. I was telling you about the Kingdom and the Crown. That's what it was. And what it is about Jesus' time on earth and his mission and everything that's going on around him. And it puts you right there. It puts you there. So it's, it's 3 books. And I wanted to do it correct, but I'm not going to be able to unless I go upstairs. I got to go upstairs. But I am going to look into starting to read the first part of that and see what happens. So like I said, I'm not the best reader. And when I listened to it, I listened to it. I did not read it. But it was so good. Starts out showing what's going on around the neighborhood or the area, who's in charge, and you know, those people that think they're in charge of the Jews, they're the ones who paid people to kill Jesus. They didn't want Jesus there, taking away their power and their glory. Plus they thought Jesus was coming as a warrior, as someone to take care of business with Rome. I'm pretty sure it was with Rome. There was a group of people called zealots that were against Rome and was tired of their tyranny and, you know, all the things that they did to the Jews. So you've got a religious group of people that's at the hierarchy of the Jews. And then you've got, what else you got? I just heard, I thought Nancy. I think I did. But I don't know. Anyway, what was the point? The Kingdom and the Crown, that is the name of the series. And then the books. The second book is Come Follow Me. So the first book is Fishers of Men. And the third book is Behold the Man. But see, I thought the first book would be Come Follow Me. And then the second book, Fishers of Men. And the third book, Behold the Man. But it doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure that Come Follow Me is the second book. All encompassed. You know, like I said, the Book of Mormon is 15 books. Well, this is a fictional series of 3 books. And it's like part true and part not, because it puts you there in families, with families, and learning about Jesus and what's going on and this and that and the other thing. Anyway, I'm hoping that I can read it good, because then you guys will like it. But in the meantime, if you have the funds to buy it, you should buy it. And do it on CD or whatever popular technology won't break. In other words, the first time I was listening to it, we had cassette tapes, and then the machine would chew them up. So that wasn't good. The CDs, if you don't scratch the CDs, You know, when CDs first came out, they weren't supposed to be able to be scratched or broken. But they kind of changed that. Nevertheless, so you don't want your CDs to get broken or scratched. And that's the way to listen to it. You listen to it instead of trying to read it, because they have got the words all pronounced. You don't got to try to figure out how to pronounce the words and then what does that word mean. You might still need to know what it means, but a lot of times, you know, if they can read it correctly, pronouncing everything, then it's a lot easier to understand. It's easier for you to know what they mean. So I'm going to try to do that. So you guys gear up for that. Now, I don't know how to make little different segments. The only way I knew how to make it was to give it a title and have it be part 1, part 2, part 3, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. But I should do better than that. These kids probably think I'm strange. I'm sitting here talking to my phone, talking away, and I need to go potty, and I've been on here quite a while, so was the dog barking? I didn't hear him. I'm sorry. I did not hear him. Okay, so anyway, here's my smoothie. But it's got to thaw out some. Right now it's solid as a rock. And that's okay. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I still need to do that deed. That's the important thing. But I also need to talk to you guys, and I've been going to do some kind of reading for a while, so we'll give it a shot. Maybe I can set it up on my little desk up there. Nancy has me a desk. It's perfect, especially for writing, you know, because I need to do some writing. And it's good for doing book work. I really, really, really love my other desk, but I couldn't bring it with me. And she said, desk are a dime a dozen. So it's just, it took me forever to get one. And my bookkeeping really failed because I didn't have a system going on. And so that was just a perfect desk. It had the bottom drawer was a file, you know, a file drawer. And then it just was neat. I could put all my stuff there, all my different kinds of stuff there. But my book work too, you know, things I got to keep track of, which I have not done a good job in 10 years, maybe more. But I do like this little desk. It will be perfect for writing. It will be perfect for doing books. You just have to put the book somewhere else when you're done. And I can get my sewing machine out and use it. So, I mean, there's a lot of good things, I brought a bunch of different outfits that don't fit me, that Teresa had given me, because I thought, you know what, that would be simple to alter. I can alter those to make them fit, and then I'll have some decent outfits to wear if I need to. They'd be more like business and going to church and stuff, but I like it. Some is real and some is not. You know, like there's a suede look, and then there's real suede. Nevertheless, I do like to look nice. I have failed in that area, so I'll have to do better. The amazing transformation of Mary Lou. I owe it to myself, really, to do better. I do. I wrote a paper once, let's see, what was that one called? And it was about, for a different look at my present. How would I feel? Meaning the person that I was back when. And then all the decisions I've made throughout life, all the things that's happened to me and the different things, the choices that I had. Some I had no choice, okay. A lot of things I had no choice. So there you are. What will you do with what you have, okay? That's what life's all about. I thought life was supposed to be beautiful and wonderful. Maybe part of it. But part of it is learning. We're here to learn. It's not always a good thing. And it is true. I mean, like I was saying, he said, what did he say? You know, does a person deserve forgiveness? Yes, they do. But you do probably ought to ask for it. And the main thing is, ask the Lord. Okay? But sometimes the things that we've done, they affect other people's lives forever, and we don't even know it. Okay? We do not know the devastation we have reaped on somebody. You don't have to ask me for forgiveness, but ask the Lord. Ask your Father in heaven for forgiveness for what you've done to his child. Because we're all his children, okay? And in order, it says there somewhere, to show God love, you love one another. Love one another as I have loved you. That's what he said to his apostles. But he's saying that to us too, okay? You want to prove to me that you love me, be kind to your brothers and sisters. And I'm talking about the population of the world, okay? Because we're all brothers and sisters for reals. I gotta get off here. I'm already an hour and 21 minutes. I will say that I love you, okay? And the reason that I try to share all this stuff with you is because I love you. Because maybe you don't know a thing, and maybe you are waiting and wanting, and I've got the answers. Now, it's my opinion. So, it's all up to you as what you want to take it as, okay? But I have things to share. And sometimes just rambling is how it comes out. Because I don't know. There's so many things in there. I do not know how to go about setting it up, you know, and having a big old, it's not demonstration. I want to tell you things, but you know, it comes out when it's supposed to, I guess. And also it comes out in a way that you know is real. Okay? So it's one thing for someone to get up there and read a paper, and another one to get up there and talk to you about it. Now, a lot of my papers, I'm going to go just a few more minutes, okay? I want to get to an hour and a half. But those papers that I started my channel reading were felt, okay? I have opinions, I'm sure you've noticed. And like I said, that one paper is 43 years ago. 43 years ago. I was a young mother. I was 27. My daughter was in kindergarten. Turn on your light so you are not in the dark. One knows all the surrounding events that lead up to why I thought what I thought, and why I said what I said. But anyway, the point is, I started this channel to share those papers, and that was about 20 papers, and that was a long time ago, because I was going to write a book. I was going to share it with the world, but you know what happened? I never did, right? I shared with people individually, and those people got a real wonderful taste of me, okay? Because I'm the writer. I wrote it. I felt things before I wrote it, and I shared with strangers. It did not matter if they were going to approve of me. I just shared my knowledge that I had gained, okay? And I saw, I experienced and saw for myself that I do affect people in a good way, okay, not in a bad way. So I changed I changed people's lives. I saw it. So I waited all those years and never did I get my book together. I actually did. I got it all typed up, and because I wrote them in journals. So I got it all typed up, and then tried to figure out where I wanted the papers to be, because it didn't matter the time that I did them. What mattered was what I wrote about, and how did it blend with the next page over, or the page I just left, or something like that. I'm going to put this up here. I'll put it right there. So, my first paper that I wrote, that I remember writing, I think is the second page in my book. Because what I did was I took a notebook and I got those plastic see-through papers that you can put in the notebook that will hold your articles and keep them safe, keep them clean. So I took them and put them in these pages, and then I put them in an order. I mean, I worked really hard on it, but then I never actually put it together in a book, okay? My little house in Downs, Kansas, I had cubby holes that fit papers. When I'm talking about notebook paper, okay, what I wrote on. And that little house is full of my papers, because I made copies after copies after copies, and I was getting ready to just make my own book, okay? I was going to take copy paper and put them in order and put a front on it and then staple it together and give it to people. That's not the way to go about doing it, but it's one way. And I found out publishing means to share with the public. So I was doing that a long time ago. So I shared my stuff a lot. And I was asked, do you mind if I use your stuff? Do you mind if I use it in creating other things, papers of their own, songs? And I told them to go for it, because the most important thing was to get the word out. So there is a great meaning behind this channel. And also the fact that I was diagnosed with cancer. I'm not just diagnosed with cancer, but pretty heavy. But the point is, it was motivation to get her done. God works in mysterious ways. His miracles to perform. Now, I just added that. I don't know if that's what he says. But the point is, sometimes we have to get kicked up out of our complacency, because it's important. It's important that I get this book out there to you people in whatever fashion, whatever form. Because I did. I wanted to put it in a book. And then I couldn't figure out what size book, because it's not that big, okay? And how do I do it? And how do I go about doing it and getting it out there? And then actually having someone to look in it and read it, So basically, I didn't ever get it done. And you need to have enough, but you need not to have too much, and you need to have it. I don't know. Like what I'm doing has been an experiment. Okay, it has been a big experiment, and hopefully I will get it done. Because I'm excited about it. I'm very excited. Do 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 do. My life. Do 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 do. Now that's Dog Star's song, Glimmer. That's a really lovely song. And it's a nice song you can dance to close with your person. I'll just say your person you have interest in, person you respect and honor and love. I guess you don't have to go that far. It's still a nice song to dance to, but I love it. We all have memories of so long ago. Different people. Do, do, do. Da, da, da. Do, 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 do. I don't want to lose you. I don't want to leave you. Darling, don't make me. Don't make me. You know, there's just some things we cannot put up with in life. But then it reminds me of other things. I don't know how to explain that either. Maybe I shouldn't worry about that. Do, 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 do. Okay. I can buy myself flowers, write my name in the sand, talk to myself for hours, saying things you just don't understand. Okay, that's just going to have to take some time to do its thing. Just because I passed what I said, I will stop. Oh. Goodbye, people.